brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Twin Peaks, 2017 TV series. Twin Peaks, also known as Twin Peaks: The Return, is an American serial drama television series created by Mark Frost and David Lynch, and a continuation of the 1990-91 ABC series of the same name. The limited series event will consist of 18 episodes and premiered on Showtime on May 21, 2017. The series had its world premiere on May 19, 2017, at the theater at Ace Hotel in Los Angeles. The series was developed and written by Lynch and Frost over a number of years, and directed in its entirety by Lynch. Many original cast members return, including Kyle MacLachlan as FBI Special Agent Dale Cooper, and new cast members are introduced, including Laura Dern, Naomi Watts, Robert Forster, Jim Belushi, and Jennifer Jason Leigh. Before the premiere, little was known about the plot of the new series, but Showtime president David Nevins stated that the core of it is Agent Cooper's odyssey back to Twin Peaks. Returning cast: Kyle MacLachlan as Special Agent Dale Cooper, Cooper's doppelganger, Dougie Jones-Madchen. Amicus Shelley Dana Ashbrook as Deputy Sheriff Bobby Briggs, Phoebe Augustine as American Girl, Richard Beymer as Benjamin Horne, Catherine E. Coulson as Margaret Lanham, and Julie Cruz as the Roadhouse singer Yan Darcy as Sylvia Horne. Don S. Davis as Major Garland Briggs, David Duchovny as FBI Chief of Staff Denise Bryce, and Sherilyn Fenn as Audrey Horne, Miguel Ferrer as Special Agent Albert Rosenfield, Warren Frost as Dr. Will Haywood, Harry Goaz as Deputy Sheriff Andy Brennan, Andrea Hayes as Heidi, Gary Hirschberger as Mike Nelson, Michael Horse as Deputy Chief Tommy Fork Hill, David Patrick Kelly as Jerry Horne, Cheryl Lee as Laura Palmer, Peggy Lipton as Norma Jennings, Bellina Martin Logan as Louie Birdsong Budway, David Lynch as FBI Deputy Director Gordon Cole, James Marshall as James Hurley, Everett McGill as Ed Hurley, Walter Wolkowicz as Jean Mitchell, Reno Kimmy Robertson as Lucy Brennan, Wendy Roby as Nadine Hurley, Marv Rosand as Toad, the cook at the Double R Diner, Carlton Lee Russell as the Jumping Man, Frank Silver as Killer Bob Harry, Dean Stanton as Carl Rod, Charlotte Stewart as Betty Briggs, Al Strobel as Philip Michael Gerard, Mike Carroll Struiken as Ross Tamblyn as Dr. Lawrence Jacoby, Ray Wise as Leland Palmer, Alicia Witters, Gersten Hayward, Grace Zabriskie as Sarah Palmer. New cast: Alon Obowball, Jane Addams as Constance Talbot, Tammy Baird as Lorraine, Christabel as Special Agent Tamara Preston, Monica Bellucci, Jim Belushi as Bradley Mitchum, Ronnie Jean Blevins as Tommy John Billingsley, Michael Bisping as Guard, Brent Briscoe as Detective Dave McAlee, Wes Brown as Darren Giacarides as Hannah, Vincent Castellanos as Federico, Michael Cera as Wally, Brando Brennan, Richard Chamberlain as Bill Kennedy, Bailey Chase as Detective Don Harrison, Candy Clark as Doris Truman, Scott Coffey, Frank Collison, Grace Victoria Cox as Charlotte David, Das Malchian as Pit Boss Warwick, Jeremy Davies as Jimmy, Anna de la Reguera, Laura Dern as Diane Evans, Neil Dixon as George Bouts, Hugh Dillon, Cullen Douglas, Francesca Eastwood, Eric Edelstein, Josh Fadem as Phil Bisbee, Eamon Farron as Richard Horne, J.R. Ferguson, Sky Ferreira, Robin Fink, Patrick Fischler as Duncan Todd, Robert Forster as Sheriff Frank Truman, Meg Foster as Casino Cashier, Pierce Gagnon as Sonny, Jim Jones, Haley Gates as drugged-out mother, Brett Gelman as Supervisor Burns, Balthazar Getty as Red Grant Goodeve, Cornelia Guest as Phyllis Hastings, Hank Harris as prison tech, Ernie Hudson as Colonel Davis, Caleb Landry Jones as Stephen Burnett, Ashley Judd as Beverly Page, Jesse Johnson, Robert Nepper as Rodney Mitchum, David Koechner, Jay Larson as limo driver, Nicole Laliberte as Daya Jennifer, Jason Lee as Chantal Hutchins, Jane Levy as Elizabeth, Matthew Lillard as William Hastings, Beranie Smilow, Josh McDermott as Wise Guy, Derek Mears, James Morrison as Warden, Dwight Murphy, Christopher Murray as Officer Olson, Don Murray as Bushnell Mullins, Sarah Paxton as Candy Shaker, Max Perlish as Hank, John Piricello as Deputy Chad Broxford, Mary Queen Reznor, Trent Reznor, Ben Rosenfield as Sam Colby, Tim Roth, Rodney Rowland, Elena Satin as Rhonda, John Savage, Amanda Seyfried as Becky Burnett, Amy Shields as Candy, Tom Sizemore as Anthony Sinclair, Bob Stevenson as Frank, Jessica Saw as Renee, Ethan Suppley as Bill Shaker, Lauren Tevis, Jodie Thelen as Maggie, Eddie Vedder, Naomi Watts as Jane E. Jones, Nafessa Williams as Jade, Carolina Widra, Charlene Yee, Christoph Zajac, Denek as Ike, The Spike Statler, Madeline Zima as Tracy Barbarato. In Memoriam. Some episodes include and on-screen, in memory of, credit, commemorating cast members who have died. Several of these actors filmed new material for the corresponding episode before their deaths, while others appear only via archival footage. Part 1, Catherine Coulson. Part 2, Frank Silva. Part 3, Don S. Davis and Miguel Ferrer. Part 5, Marv Rosand. Development. After ABC's cancellation of Twin Peaks in 1991, and the release of David Lynch's 1992 prequel film Twin Peaks: Fire Walk with Me, Lynch reportedly planned 2 more films that would have continued, and then concluded the series narrative. But in a 2001 interview, he said that the Twin Peaks franchise was as dead as of doornail. In 2007, artist Matt Haley and Twin Peaks producer Robert N. Engels began work on a graphic novel continuation of the series, to be included in the Complete Mystery DVD box set. Haley stated, "Bob and I had a number of discussions about what the story would be. I was keen to use whatever notes they had for the proposed 3rd season. I really wanted this to be a literal 3rd season of the show." Lynch vetoed the project, stating that he respected the effort, but did not want to continue the story of Twin Peaks in any way. Rumors spread in early 2013 that some form of return to Twin Peaks was imminent, but these were dismissed by Lynch's daughter Jennifer Lynch, as well as co-creator Mark Frost, who wrote that truth is more valuable and much harder to come by. In May 2013, cast member Ray Wise recounted what Lynch had said to him about a possible continuation. "Well, Ray, do you know, the town is still there, and I suppose it's possible that we could revisit it. Of course, you're already dead, but we could maybe work around that." In 2014, the development and release of the Twin Peaks: The Complete Mystery Blu-ray set, in addition to Wise's earlier comments, caused fans to speculate that Twin Peaks would return in some form. In January 2014, a casting call for a Twin Peaks promo to be directed by Lynch was revealed to be the filming of a featurette for The Complete Mystery. In September 2014, Lynch answered a question about Twin Peaks at the Lucca Film Festival by saying it was a tricky question, and that there's always a possibility, and you just have to wait and see. Announcement. On October 6, 2014, it was announced that Showtime would air a 9-episode miniseries written by Lynch and Frost and directed entirely by Lynch. Frost emphasized that the new episodes are not a remake or reboot, but a continuation of the series. The episodes are set in the present day, and the passage of 25 years is an important element in the plot. Regarding whether the miniseries will become an ongoing series, Frost said, "The proof will be in the pudding. If we have a great time doing it and everybody loves it, and they decide there's room for more, I could see it going that way." In March 2015, Lynch expressed doubts about the production due to complications, but Showtime confirmed the series was moving forward, stating, "Nothing is going on that's any more than any pre-production process with David Lynch. Everything is moving forward and everybody is crazy thrilled and excited." In April 2015, Lynch said he would not direct the 9 episodes due to budget constraints. But Lynch and Showtime came to an agreement, with Lynch confirming on May 15, 2015, that he would direct, and that there would be more episodes than the originally announced 9. At a Twin Peaks panel in Seattle, cast members Sherilyn Fenn and Cheryl Leigh said that the new series would consist of 18 episodes, and Angelo Badalamenti would return as composer. Casting. On January 12, 2015, Kyle MacLachlan was confirmed as returning to the series. It was reported that Peter Sarsgaard had been cast, but he later said, "I'm not doing Twin Peaks." And it was a rumor that was not founded on nothing. In October 2015, it was confirmed that Michael Onkeen, who portrayed Sheriff Harry S. Truman and has since retired from acting, would not return for the revival. In October 2015, it was reported that the role of town sheriff would be filled by Robert Forster, later confirmed as playing Frank Truman, the brother of an ailing Harry. Forster was originally cast as Harry in the 1990 pilot, but was replaced by Onkeen due to scheduling issues. Also in October, David Duchovny teased his return as Agent Denise Bryson. In November 2015, it was reported that Miguel Ferrer would reprise his role as Albert Rosenfield, and that Richard Beymer and David Patrick Kelly would return as Benjamin Horn and Jerry Horn, respectively. In December 2015, Alicia Witt confirmed she would reprise her role as Gersten Hayward. Ross Tamblyn underwent open-heart surgery in late 2014 and was still recovering in 2015. Lynch and Frost were still hoping Tamblyn would join the cast for the new season. On September 28, 2015, Catherine E. Coulson, who was planned to reprise her role of the Log Lady in the new series, died of cancer. Both Tamblyn and Coulson were later confirmed as part of the cast, as Coulson had filmed a few scenes before her death. The series' first teaser trailer, released in December 2015, confirmed the involvement of Michael Horse. In January 2016, it was reported that Sherilyn Fenn would reprise her role as Audrey Horne in A Major Presence. In February 2016, it was reported that Lynch would reprise his role as Gordon Cole. Frequent Lynch collaborator Laura Dern was cast in a top-secret pivotal role. In April 2016, a complete cast list was released featuring 217 actors, with actors returning from the earlier series marked with asterisks. Before his death in January 2016, David Bowie had intended to make a cameo appearance as FBI agent Philip Jeffries, his character from Twin Peaks, Fire Walk with Me, in January and February 2017, respectively. Cast members Miguel Ferrer and Warren Frost died, but both appear in the new series. Filming. In July 2015, Frost suggested that the series would premiere in 2017 rather than 2016. As originally planned, the series began filming in September 2015, and Showtime president David Nevins said, "I'm hoping we make 2016. It's not clear. It's ultimately going to be in series co-creators David Lynch and Mark Frost's control." Nevins also stated, "I don't know how many episodes there will be. They're going to decide. I expect it to be more than 9, but it's open-ended. I know what the shooting schedule is, and then we'll have him cut into it however many episodes it feels best at." In January 2016, Nevins confirmed that the series would premiere in the first half of 2017. The series was shot continuously from a single, long shooting script before being edited into episodes. In January 2016, it was reported that filming was more than halfway done. Filming was completed by April 2016. Release: Twin Peaks premiered on Showtime on May 21, 2017, with a 2-hour episode. After the airing, the premiere and an additional 2 episodes became available online, and the series will be shown in weekly increments from that point onwards. Overall, the series will consist of 18 episodes. It will conclude on September 3, 2017, with a 2-part finale. In the United Kingdom, Sky Atlantic simulcast the first 2 episodes beginning at 2 a.m. British Summer Time on May 22, 2017, and the next 2 episodes were released on Sky UK's on-demand service after the premiere. In Nordic countries, the series is broadcast on HBO Nordic, with the 2-hour premiere airing on May 22, and subsequent episodes being made available the day after its US airing. In Canada, the series is available on Crave TV and the Movie Network, and debuted simultaneously with the US broadcast. In Australia, episodes of the series are available to stream on Stan the same day as the original US broadcast. 2 episodes were screened at the 2017 Cannes Film Festival. Critical reception: based on the first 2 episodes, the series has garnered positive reviews from critics. On Metacritic, it has a score of 74 out of 100 based on 26 reviews. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 95% rating with an average score of 7.82 out of 10 based on 58 reviews. The site's critical consensus is surreal, suspenseful, and visually stunning. This new Twin Peaks is an auteurist triumph for David Lynch. Sonia Saraya of Variety wrote, "Twin Peaks: The Return is weird and creepy and slow, but it is interesting. The show is very stubbornly itself, not quite film and not quite TV, rejecting both standard storytelling and standard forms. It's not especially fun to watch and it can be quite disturbing. But there is never a sense that you are watching something devoid of vision or intention. Lynch's vision is so total and absolute that he can get away with what wouldn't be otherwise acceptable." The Hollywood Reporter's Daniel Feinberg commented that, "The thing that struck me most immediately about the premiere is how relatively cogent it was, with a clear emphasis on relatively. What premiered on Sunday was as accessibly scary, disturbing and audaciously funny as many of the best parts of the original Twin Peaks, and nowhere near as hallucinatory and subtextually distilled as the prequel film Fire Walk With Me." Feinberg also wrote about the series format. "It's obvious this Twin Peaks is going to be an 18-hour unit. There was no discernible separation between hours, and if credits hadn't rolled, the second hour could probably just as easily have flowed into the third. This isn't episodic TV. It's another thing." In her A-grade review, Emily L. Stevens of the AV Club wrote regarding its possible reception from critics, and viewers. This two-part premiere is going to be wildly difficult for any two people to agree upon, in part because a viewer's assessment of the revival will depend upon what they hoped for. If you were looking forward to a return of the sometimes campy, sometimes cozy humor of the original 2 seasons of Twin Peaks, this premiere could come as a shock. If you were anticipating that once jolting, now familiar blend of genres, this is not that. She called the two-part premiere pure Lynchian horror. At the 2017 Cannes Film Festival, Lynch screened the 2-hour premiere of the series and received a 5-minute standing ovation from the crowd. Ratings. The 2-hour premiere on May 21, 2017, received 506,000 viewers on Showtime, which Deadline.com called soft for such a strongly promoted prestige project. Ratings increased to 626,000 after the encore broadcast that night, and the premiere also had over 450,000 viewers via streaming and on-demand. Viewership for the premiere increased to 804,000 in Live Plus 3 ratings, and it had a viewership of 1.7 million across streaming and on-demand platforms. Showtime announced that the weekend of the Twin Peaks premiere had the most sign-ups to their streaming service ever. Thank you for watching. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.